Hey there! So I built a simple 40% ortholinear non-split keybob, which I call the UbiKayu, which means cassava or tapioca. I call this UbiKayu because it's just a simple potato keybob. The reason why I made this was because my journey through small mechanical keyboards started all the way from the BM40, which is an ortholinear 40% keybob with an aluminium body and was cute to use at the time. I liked using the BM40, but one thing I wished for was it to be wireless. So 3 years later, after going through ortholinear non-split, column staggered splits, column staggered non-splits, making my own non-splits, making my own splits with other things in it, then making ortholinear splits, I have now come back to full circle to the ortholinear non-split layout. Designing the UbiKayu didn't take that much effort since it was just a matter of combining the ohabu desuwa together and doing some tweaking. After designing the UbiKayu, I was surprised that I was able to print this on my 3D printer. After printing, I harvested these Kale Midnight switches from my old Lily 58 Pro. Then I put in the switches to the printed UbiKayu body, soldered the diodes to the switches. For this build, I didn't use copper wires like my previous builds because I thought this would be a non-hassle build. After the wire matrix is done, it's time to wire up the OLED, the LED strips, the columns and rows to the controller, and finally the battery and switch. After that, insert the inserts into the bottom body and screw everything together. This took a couple of tries because there were too many wires in the body that needed to be squished into shape. For software, since I'm building this keybob to be wireless, I used ZMK. Surprisingly, for this round I only failed like 6 times before getting a successful compile since I built the software from my ohabu desuwa without the splitting settings. Okay, so after that, buy some cheap Womie cherry keycaps, figure out the closest keycap layout I can get to match Colmac DH keys while keeping the colorway intact. And there you have it, a completed potato keyboard, the UbiKayu. Overall, the UbiKayu is not that easy to use because I mess up the columns sometimes when blind typing on the keyboard. Other than that, it's convenient to have a wireless non-split keyboard that you can hold with one hand, which you don't have to worry where the other half went. Okay, that's all for this video. If you've liked the video, consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up. Thanks!